Good morning and welcome. This is Chris Ogle, and this is the first of a weekly, I'm hoping, weekly sort of news update for Link4Growth. So yesterday was the 18th of January, so how has the start to 2013 been for Link4Growth? Well, it's been quite amazing, to be fair. We've had lots and lots of interest, lots of new people come forward to get involved, and one of my accountability items or tasks, as it were, is to try and improve the communications with everyone in Link4Growth and those people that are trying to find out, and this is part of that. And the accountability program is there to make sure that I do what I say I'm going to do. There are about 6 of us on that, just as a side, and if you want to find out a bit more about that, then talk to them now, because by the time they get a couple of weeks into it, they'll probably be pretty frustrated and irate. But then maybe talk to them 5 weeks later, and I think everything will have settled down. So okay, so what's happened? What's happened so far? Well, we've had some new appointments. Matthew Human has stepped up to look after the Southwest Hearts district. Now, if you remember, that's a district that historically I've been looking after. I've lived in Watford all my life, but actually it's not possible really for me to run a district and to support all the other districts at the same time. So I'm delighted that Matthew stepped up. He's been networking in a wide variety of different places, different to me, lived in Watford for years, knows loads of people, and the real bonus is he's really good on technology. So for everybody in Link4Growth that struggles with that, we now have a person who's not only got something to help us get equipment fixed, but he's really good on the online technology. So if you've got problems getting your webcam sorted out or your microphone sorted out and stuff like that, then we have someone in our midst who's very capable of doing that. We've got some fantastic new events coming up. Nikki Pepper in Cambridgeshire has got Ely up and running. That's going to start early in February. So if you're anywhere near there, or you know anybody that's around that part of the world, then do tell them about what's going on there, because that's going to be a pretty exciting event. We've got new events happening in Bristol. We've got two new events, a coffee and a drinks evening opening up in Bristol in February. And a little bit later on, we've got 3 new events happening in Cardiff. Well, not Cardiff, but in South Wales, Chepstow, Newport, and also Caerphilly, with a bit of luck. As a result of the things that have been going on in Cardiff, we've also had an inquiry from South Devon, but I'll come on to that in a little bit later. Deepa ran a child-friendly Link4Growth coffee yesterday over in Pinner. That was a huge success. This is where people who've got children can actually participate in events, local community events, and get to know other people in the community. Nothing quite like that at the moment, so it's a bit of an innovation from Deepa, but was sort of instigated by people asking, would she put on something like that? And so that went ahead and was a huge success, and maybe that format could be adapted and utilised in other areas. Yesterday was the scheduled to be the rugby Link for Drinks, which would have been the first one, but that unfortunately didn't go ahead due to the weather. There were quite a few people scheduled to be at that, but there was a lot of cooling off, and in the end, what with the snow, we decided that we'd be better off contacting those people and just finding out whether they were still up for it, or whether they would prefer to stay in the warm, and that's what we decided to do. No point in driving around for no reason and putting your life in danger. Some new districts that are developing, just to give you a quick update on that. We've got, as I mentioned earlier, as a result of Cardiff, somebody's contacted a friend who's in South Devon, in Totnes, and it looks like something's going to happen down there pretty promptly, so I'll keep you informed on that as the weeks pass. And of course, Bristol is another district. That's Bristol and Avon, and that's going to be caretaken by Claire Rakes and Neil Lloyd, and we're very excited about that, and also moving down into Somerset. And we've got East Essex opening up shortly with a bit of luck. I'm seeing someone with Paul Violet, who looks after West Essex, on Monday, and that looks very promising for Chelmsford and around that neck of the woods. So again, there are lots of people we know that know people out that part of the world, so that's going to be really exciting. And we've also got Hampshire and Sussex borders, which is sort of Aldershot, Farnham, Farnborough, Camberley, Guildford area. We've got interest down there. We haven't got a date in the diary for an event yet, but watch that space, because I think that could get quite exciting down there. So there's a lot going on, and the whole Link4Growth ethos and principles is beginning to resonate with people. This is about nurturing and support. It's about helping people to become part of the local community, get people talking to each other, building those all important relationships, and actually finding out what people do, and both now and in the past. Because it's by sharing those kind of stories that we find people who can solve problems for people that we might know, and that's what Link4Growth is all about. It's about building up that we're building up the momentum, and we're all in this together. And it's together we need to fix it. We can't do it on our own. And those days are over. What we've got to do is get together, talk to each other, and start making things happen. And the exciting platform of Google Plus, which I've not spoken about, which is going to really enable us to push that forward and develop. It gives us a reason to go and talk to businesses. It gives us a reason to go and talk to people in the community and explain to them what we're up to and why and how they can get involved. So loads going on. So this has been probably a little bit longer than I would normally do, but I hope you've enjoyed listening to these updates, and I'll catch you all again next week. So cheers for now.